At OPTAVIA, our mission is to offer the world lifelong transformation, one healthy habit at a time. The following audio contains personal testimonials of independent coaches and clients within the OPTAVIA community. Their results are based on the unique experiences of their journey. We cannot guarantee like or similar outcomes. We hope these stories inspire you to continue your journey with or join OPTAVIA, but please note that they have not been verified and your individual path to optimal health will vary. As always, it is our recommendation that you speak with a healthcare provider or doctor prior to beginning your journey with OPTAVIA. Additionally, this audio may contain income or earnings representations of some independent OPTAVIA coaches. The stories shared reflect the unique experience of a very small percentage of OPTAVIA coaches and should not be relied upon by prospective or current OPTAVIA coaches as an indication of what they should expect to earn. We cannot guarantee financial success. Success with OPTAVIA results from successful sales efforts which require hard work, diligence, skill, persistence, competence, and leadership. OPTAVIA acknowledges that this audio may be accessible to OPTAVIA coaches in the U.S., Hong Kong, and Singapore. For OPTAVIA coaches operating in the U.S., please see the OPTAVIA Income Disclosure Statement for statistics on actual earnings of U.S. coaches under the U.S. Compensation Plan. Please note that the Income Disclosure Statement only applies to independent OPTAVIA coaches operating in the U.S. under the U.S. Compensation Plan and does not in any way constitute any representations as to actual or potential accrual of benefits for Hong Kong or Singapore coaches under the International Compensation Plan.
OPTAVIA, inspiring stories of transformation. One of my favorite things to talk about, because I know that people have lost hope so much, just like I did when we started our journey. So what we want to talk about before we even get into that is the worldwide statistics. I don't know if you know it, but it's almost tripled worldwide for obesity in the last, since 1975. That is crazy, tripled. Most of the world's population lives in countries where overweight and obesity kills more people than overweight or underweight. Think about that. It used to be that somebody underweight, starving, was the one that would be dying, but now there's more people overweight that it's killing. So American statistics, almost a third of adults with partners, 31% report that money is a major source of conflict in their relationship. We're looking at each other. Yes, it was a major problem. We were in debt up to our eyeballs when we started. 69% of workers were stressed out over their finances, with fully 72% admitting to worrying about their personal finances at work. Most people don't even have a savings account.
That's true.
So we wanted to share our story with you guys tonight. I did leave the before photos up there so that you could see those as well, but this is the after. You know, when we started our journey, I was at a place where I used to own a luxury real estate magazine. I was working tons of hours. There were times I'd stay up like 36 hours straight trying to meet a deadline. And I took a lot of pride in what I did, and it became my identity. And I did that for 9 years, but it was killing me. I mean, I won't say literally per se, but it was just in a place where it was really hurting my health because I wasn't practicing healthy habits. So when I learned how to create a dramatic lifestyle change, following Dr. A's habits of health system, being at a healthy weight, getting the proper hydration, learning to sleep better, managing stress. I'd say this part was the biggest part. It's amazing how life opened up for the possibilities. It awakened things in me that had been gone for a long time. Like I said, I woke up thinking, oh gosh, it's my 43rd birthday thing and I give up. I'm gonna be overweight, unhealthy, and unhappy for the rest of my life. I gotta say, none of that's true. That was my limiting belief. How did you feel back then?
Well, I thought that I could get healthy, but that wasn't the reality. And then at the end of the day, long work days, I had always wanted to take some action, but then something happened and I said, well, I'll do it tomorrow. And many, many, many tomorrows happened.
How many of us have done the same thing for years? So I'm glad to say, as you can see, we got healthy. We turned our lives around in so many ways. And I got to say, it didn't happen. People ask me, did it happen because you had those fuelings? Did it happen because you lost weight? It was that started the journey. But what continued on was creating a life with really enjoying our experiences, our relationships, finding a purpose, looking for, what our bigger why was, what we wanted to accomplish in our lives while helping others do the same. I had no idea when I said yes to getting myself healthy that I would be turning around helping other people get healthy. And that part has been the most exciting of all. We think it's great to get physically healthy, but when you can help somebody have meaning and purpose and be able to pay it forward, and including your own life of what that's going to look like, it's crazy cool how good that could be. I got a picture of Dr. A and Lori. This is a picture when we were at their house before she passed away, and her story in Dr. A's is in the Habits of Health book. So you're going to want to read that for sure, so you can get a little insight on what makes him have so much passion for what we do to create health. My husband and I, that's some of our coaches that were here at a retreat visiting. It's just the community we've created, paying it forward, creating a culture of helping people find their significance, and just really giving them an environment to be able to do that and grow through things that might be a challenge for them. We have been able to live a life that we sought out for that didn't seem possible when we dreamt years ago. But when we sought out and we worked hard, and it's been 18 years of paying it forward and helping others learn how to do the same, and mentoring and modeling what that could look like over those 18 years, it's led to choices, and choices we've been able to have by creating a life that is filled with so much fulfillment, such wonderful relationships, and such beautiful environments. And right in the middle, my husband gave me a kiss. Matter of fact, he came in from Oregon just a couple hours ago and kissed me while I was talking on a Explore call multiple times, I might say.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah. And it is actually a coach going, really understanding his why moving forward in his health and his life, and helping others do the same. That's what we get to do. I love that part. So first it starts out by helping somebody get to a physically healthy place, and then we can take them beyond that when they decide that that's something they might want to do. So our story, this is actually the story of OPTAVIA, our credibility. If you're not already aware, Forbes voted us the most trusted company, one of the most trusted companies in 2017. And it is just crazy what has happened since then. And you can see in the background, the Baltimore corporate office. That is just, we've been to that place, and it's just amazing the lives that are changed that start right there with what we have to offer, and the science behind what we offer. And what I love most about what we have to offer is Dr. A's passion for helping people create health in their life. And he wants it to spread. We already have spread throughout the nation. Now we're spreading into Singapore and Hong Kong. Where else would you like to see other people get healthy? Hopefully right in your own home, and then out to your family and people you care about, and who knows what could happen beyond that. So that's what we're talking about tonight. Lifelong transformation, one healthy habit at a time. There's 4 components of our system. If you're not already aware, I want to give you just a brief overview. Independent OPTAVIA coach, that's what we are. And our Habits of Health transformational system, it is just key to what we have to offer. If it weren't for the Habits of Health, where it's a resource, a comprehensive resource of basically my owner's manual to my body. Is that the way you think about it?
I would say so, yes.
And then we have our life book. That's actually where we get to write in it. Dr. A is guiding us through creating our future story based on what we say we want. We look at our current reality first. There's an evaluation in there. And then we take it so much further based on what we say we want. And by the time we're done, we can say we authored our own book. And it'll be your life book, designed to take about 6 months to a year to go through. Some do it faster, some take a lot slower, some take a while to pick up the book, but I'm going to guarantee you, you will have a better outcome by getting involved with that transformational system. Then there's our OPTAVIA community. You saw some of that already, correct? You saw some of the lives changed and the smiling faces, and that's the part I think, I always say that's my favorite part, but it just depends on what's going on right now, whatever my favorite part is. The scientifically designed fuelings. If it weren't for keeping my blood sugars more level, I know I wouldn't have been able to give up chocolate. I don't know about you. Has it been good for you to be learning about?
Yes, because you're eating every 2.5, 3 hours, and that helps.
And we can equip others to do the same to get them more predictable results than if they tried things on their own. It gives them ability to do so. So this is the part that, going way beyond what our program offers, and just the components. Why? What we offer is physical health. And you can see on this graph here, this wheel, There's things that have to do with physical health and a healthy mind, as well as healthy finances. And if you put yourself on there, and the 0 was you'd be dead. So you're all here. So I know you're not a 0. And then you rate yourself on a scale from 0 to 10. Where would you be currently on some of these things? You might even want to take a screenshot so that you can actually rate yourself and give this to your coach to say where you feel you are at a glance, to say, this is where I would like to see some improvement. Most of us, when we start, we want an improvement in all areas, but you're going to find ones that stand out. And I've learned over and over and over that if we start with the physical health, you're going to get the quickest, fastest results, to be able to see that it gives you hope, because it's a lot faster than creating a healthy mind. I'm going to really emphasize that, because I'm still working on that part. So I'm going to suggest that the healthy body for everyone, no matter where you're at, I'm sure there's something you can tweak. And then the healthy mind, the healthy finances, and that's where we're going to really concentrate a little bit more today, because we're looking at wanting to help you create a life of abundance and being able to save for the future, have that sense of freedom and sources to create memories and experiences. We didn't do that for the longest time.
We did not.
And being able to manage our money. We have a financial planner now. Who would have thought? We even have a wealth management company that we work with. And it's like, we were just doing good to even make our bills before. So everything has a purpose of what we do, but with intention, with goal setting, working with somebody and coaching with the coach that brought you on and their support team. They're all there for you to help you have a path in which you could have a better quality of life. It's totally up to you what you do with it. Benefits of becoming an independent OPTAVIA coach. It reinforces your decision to be healthy. Wouldn't you agree with that?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, and then pay it forward to make a difference.
And that too.
And we were talking earlier about that you were just, even when we don't know that somebody's interested in making changes with their health, just making somebody happier that day, to put a smile on someone's face, to make contact with them. Because some people go through the day and they've never even had somebody say hi. Some people are still in their house. Have you reached out to them? Have you tried to call them? We can do that for others. We can pay it forward. And some of those people might say, you know what, I put on quite a bit of weight recently, or I'm not feeling good, or I don't have much energy, or they've lost hope. They want purpose in their life. We could pay it forward to make a difference. If you want something fun and rewarding, how about compensation? Some of it, I got to say, I'm not sure sometimes if it's the financial rewards of our program or becoming a coach, or if it's the goodwill. And I'd say we are able to do more goodwill because of the finances. So they kind of play hand in hand. I don't think you could remove one from the other.
No, but I like goodwill.
You do. Yes, I can see that. I do too as well. But being able to earn more income has been able to help us really pay it forward to a lot more people and make a difference in this world. And we want to leave a legacy. I don't know about you guys. Are you wanting to leave a legacy? Do you even know about that? Have you ever even thought about it? Or are you just like I was when I started, just want to survive? Just want to survive the day. How am I going to leave a legacy? Well, it could be through our progressive growth model. OPTAVIA coach, you could become an OPTAVIA coach. And some of us decided we wanted to become a coach and help other coaches, because some of our clients said they wanted to do what we do, and we helped them with that. So we became their business coach, still their health coach, then became their business coach, helping them with bring on clients for themselves, coaching them. And then some of their clients wanted to become coaches. We just get to pay it forward, and eventually considered a business leader. That's when you're leading other business coaches to grow and help other coaches help their clients. So I love the fact that we can give ourselves a promotion by helping more and more people. And it's our choice. And I love choices. All right, first of all, I want to be able to share a story with you guys. This is going to be Dwight and Brittany Whitworth. Sorry, I'm tongue-tied. Dwight and Brittany Whitworth. Did I say it right?
Close.
Whitworth. I like to call them Bright, blending their names together. And Brittany's going to come on and share her story to start with, and then Dwight as well. So Brittany, can you share, because you're one of the people that it was a paying it forward to paying it forward to paying it forward to paying it forward. And we're like your great grandma in OPTAVIA. So tell us about how your life has changed.
Oh my goodness. I would love to. And you guys are bright. We love y'all. And so over in the chat, you might be able to relate to this. And if you do, I'd love to hear. But before this program, I had some limiting beliefs that you probably can relate to. I believed I would always be overweight and worried about my future because I'd been given 3 diagnoses: PCOS, a blood clotting disorder, and lupus. I believed feeling stressed and run over by my life was just how it was going to be. The feeling of frustrated and frazzled was just the way it was. And I believed that it was normal to have more month than money. My name is Brittany.
And I'm Dwight.
And because of this program, our beliefs have radically changed. We are honored to share our story with you tonight. And we thank you for the invitation, Lisa and Jaime, to be here with you. So going back to my pictures, as you can see in the top left picture, I was fluffy. I lost more weight than I thought was possible with the program, and I did gain a healthier body. But what was really cool is when I realized that this was more than a diet and I began utilizing the Habits of Health system, I created new habits that have helped me to keep the symptoms of those chronic illnesses very much in check. I've learned the macro habits. I love you, Dr. A, and I feel confident that I will continue to progress in this journey for lifelong health.
Okay, Lisa, I'm going to hop in here. So everybody, I have to tell you, I will never forget when Brittany came home from work one day, and after failing at several other programs and trying numerous different things, she looked at me with these fearful eyes and she asked if she could try this one last thing. And in that moment, my heart sank for her because I could tell that she had desperation. But there was something else behind those eyes as well, and that was hope. She had hope for a brighter future. So needless to say, not long after she started this program, I was in envy, trying to figure out how I could get one of those boxes without having to talk to Brittany's health coach. Long story short, as you can see in my pictures, I lost a total of 31 pounds. And the best part was the unexpected non-scale victories for me. I am sleeping better, I have more energy, mental clarity. And for me, the biggest thing that I noticed was my stress levels basically plummeted.
So a few months into my journey, my coach began to see more in me than I could see in myself. And she offered me the opportunity to explore coaching. That's possibly why you're joining us tonight. I didn't want to coach. I was way too busy. I wore my busyness like a badge of honor. But my husband and a dear friend wanted to start the program and they wanted me to coach them. I reluctantly said yes. And I am so glad I did. As a client, you learn that this community is amazing, right? We're all on here together tonight. But as a coach, let me tell you, the community is even more amazing. Check out these photos. Being around like-minded individuals while challenging and empowering my clients to lifelong health has been such an incredible gift. I have had so much fun coaching my clients, and I have such confidence knowing that when they embrace all 4 parts of this incredible program, they too can achieve more than they ever believed possible. Talk about purpose with your job, right? Coaching my clients through this system has kept me accountable to my own health goals. It is said to teach is to learn twice. And that is indeed the case when you become a coach. I'm so thankful for my incredible mentors.
Amen.
Who have walked alongside us to empower us and believe in us to be the coaches we want to be. We've had more opportunities also as a coach to hear from Dr. A, to even meet him firsthand. And as you can see in these photos, we have grown to a place where we have been blessed to lead other coaches. And I absolutely love the joy of helping others achieve success. I never imagined that coaching would bring such personal growth and an abundance mindset. It's been so much fun to grow and learn and create more money than month. We flipped it. So in addition to loving this community and the accountability, Dwight and I have worked really hard, and we've learned to lean into our mentors, and now we have more choices, and we've coached clients and we've coached coaches, and we've increased our income. I am no longer a school counselor, and Dwight has moved to the reserves of the Air Force. Our business has grown because of our persistence, following our mentors, our hard work. And as you can see in these photos, we're living a life of incredible hope and joy. And we're so thankful that we've been able to create additional income to create incredible memories with our children.
Okay, guys, did you notice when Brittany said that she reluctantly said she would start coaching? Yeah, she went from those fearful eyes to asking to start this program program to asking me if she could start coaching. So Shelly and I, basically a good coworker of Brittany's, were like, what are we going to do to get us kickstarted on this program? And so her first inclination when we asked her was to run for the hills and to be swallowed by the whale of work that she had prided herself in, to forget about coaching. Well, sorry, babe, we won. So we talked Brittany into it. And before we knew it, she had literally fallen in love with helping other people to see their success and health. So friends, my message here tonight is that the best is yet to come. The key to success for us was helping others to get what they wanted to accomplish. And this upped our game on our own personal journeys. And it helped us solidify this thing into a lifelong transformation. So don't be afraid to level up. Take a moment with your health coach to explore why they love what they do so much. And just like starting the program for our healthy bodies, the next step might be scary, but I am so thankful that we took that next step and walked this path. And don't forget to dream about your future. It might be your future might be the most patient thing in your life, because your future will wait your entire life for you.
Y'all, I now believe lifelong health is possible. I can live in the empowerment triangle and help others do the same, and finances can be abundant. We are grateful.
Thank you, Dwight and Brittany. That was wonderful. Thanks for sharing. Okay, Hala Knapke, can you take yourself off or let us see your beautiful face? There she is.
Hello.
Hi, Hala. I look forward
Hi.
to hearing your story tonight.
Well, thank you so much for offering me this opportunity to share my story. Healthy body, healthy mind, healthy finances, right? It's changed my life. It has literally changed my life. I was about 80 pounds overweight when I am a boutique owner and had a customer in my dressing room. What better place to talk about how you feel about your body when you're in the dressing room, right? She looked amazing, and I asked her what she was doing. She said she was doing OPTAVIA and that she would connect me with her health coach. Insert Paula Bryan, my health coach. I called Paula and I told Paula immediately, listen, I've done everything, and I'm close to 200 pounds. I'm running marathons. I really don't need a health coach because I got it. I got this. I just need the food. Just get me the food. I'm going to try it. So she was kind enough to do that for me. Started the program, and I did not follow it to the T. And I learned my lesson, insert Mrs. Lisa Castro, because Paula got me on a call with Lisa and they set me straight really fast. Okay, so after I leaned in to a system that works, the habits of health, it works. The rest was history. The weight was coming off. I was feeling amazing. Bring in mindset. My mindset started to shift. I started to feel that this was definitely more than a diet. I knew in my heart and soul that this was literally going to change my life and that I was never going to have another day one. That was not going to happen for me. You can see I just had an awakening. After referring clients to Paula, after saying, no, I don't want to coach, I had a friend of mine come into the boutique and said, I want to do this, but I want you to coach me. Well, I can walk with one person, right? I can do this. I'm so busy at the store, but I can help one person. So I did, and it was the most amazing thing it's the best when you're helping someone else find their health and their minds change. So for me, having the boutique was a gift because people were just walking into the store and wanted to know what I was doing and what she was doing. And I started to help other people in town, and it was just the best. But what happened was I got very comfortable. Insert my first coach, Ramona Dodd, right there in the center at a conference with me. I decided that I would go to a conference after saying no to that, and but I got comfortable. Came home, I let life get back in the way. 2 years ago, It might have been a little bit more. I was sitting in this very chair, and this is where I might get emotional. And I knew my store was not going to make it. I knew that the only way I was going to keep the doors open to that store was if I took a pay cut or didn't pay myself at all. And at the time, I was able to start paying off some of my debt, but I wasn't near there. And I was paralyzed with fear. And I said to myself, and I did say this, Lisa, I said, well, at least I've got OPTAVIA, right? At least I have OPTAVIA. So on that day in this chair, I decided that I was all in, that I was going to commit to myself, my clients, my coaches, my mentors, my family, that I was going to lean in the same way that I leaned into that 5-in-1 program that made me feel so great. I knew this system of coaching would change my life and open up a lot of doors. I was afraid, but I worked inside the fear. I embraced the Habits of Health system. I did everything that they told me to do. Everything Paula told me to do, Lisa told me to do. I never turned down a trip, which you can see I've been to the Castros quite a few times. I've been to conferences. I embraced everything and I did what I knew would work from those that came before me. So I'll leave you with this. I am still a boutique owner today, but I was holding on to the identity that I thought somebody wanted for me. I was holding on to that store because it made me feel good when people walked out with clothing, or I could make them smile, because that's what I have a passion for, to help people. I never want to turn anybody away. And my boutique became this place where we would sit and talk about health. So I didn't know what to do. I didn't know whether to close it. I struggled with this for a long time until one day my brother calls and he says to me, Hale, you know what? Mom and Dad would be really proud of you because you're following your dreams. Shut the front door of that store, shut it, and start helping people, because that's where you're supposed to be. And knowing that I had the backing of my family and knowing that I didn't have to put limits on my dreams anymore was freeing. And I'm so grateful for my mentorship team, for the Castros and Paula Bryan and the Whitworths and all of the wonderful people that I have met, and the team of people that I get to wake up every morning and be excited to work with. Who are we going to help today? Because guys, it's just beginning. Because I will say, and I'm proud to say, Saturday will be the last day that my store will be open. And come Monday, and my coaching team better be ready, I'm going to be a full-time health coach. And the future is looking really bright. So thank you for letting me share that.
Thank you so much, Hala. It's been fun being on that journey with you along with Paula. All right, so how does it work for coaches? Relational model, as you could tell, lots of relationships were talked about here. It's focused on optimal well-being. You're self-employed and independent. Full-time or part-time opportunities, it's up to you. Like Hala did part-time, and now she's decided she wants to do this full-time because she's proven to herself that she can. She's built a team of health coaches. Low startup and operating costs, no inventory. That's such an easy way to do it. We don't have all that overhead. Flexible business, so you can work from anywhere. We just proved that, right? You just came in from Oregon.
Right.
We were both in Oregon, and I came back a little early to Florida, and we dived in after a long plane ride and getting up early today. But we're here because we want to be able to share this journey with you guys and let you know what could be possible if you want to roll up your sleeves as well. There's no quotas or monthly purchases required. Training and support is available, lots of it actually, and you get to plug in and be part of whatever support you need for that. And then OPTAVIA coach support, a comprehensive training system, And we have ways you're going to be working with your mentor, and they can help you figure out which training methodology would be best for you. And we've got the OPTAVIA Learning Center as well. Learn as you earn, work with a business coach and a mentorship team. We employ team coaching so you can be like an apprentice as you grow. So you're going to be learning this by watching your mentor model for you. Work at your own pace. You get to determine it. We've got a very predictable way to create a methodology for you to have more success, and you get to determine the pace in which you take that. Optional local, regional, and national wellness and training events. We're going to be having a convention, a live convention that's also being offered online for those that aren't registered or can't. Yeah, it's coming up soon. I can't wait for that for sure. So we want to talk to you about joining our OPTAVIA mission, that lifelong transformation, one healthy habit at a time, and help the world create health and well-being. Will you join us in that? If you desire to do that, please reach out to the coach that invited you so that we can do this mission together. Thank you. Have a good night, all.
Good night, all.
At OPTAVIA, our mission is to offer the world lifelong transformation, one healthy habit at a time. The previous audio contained the personal testimonials of independent coaches and clients within the OPTAVIA community. Their results are based on the unique experiences of their journey. We cannot guarantee like or similar outcomes. We hope these stories inspire you to continue your journey with or join OPTAVIA, but please note that they have not been verified and your individual path to optimal health will vary. As always, it is our recommendation that you speak with a healthcare provider or doctor prior to beginning your journey with OPTAVIA. Additionally, this audio may have contained income or earnings representations of some independent OPTAVIA coaches. The stories shared reflect the unique experience of a very small percentage of OPTAVIA coaches and should not be relied upon by prospective or current OPTAVIA coaches as an indication of what they should expect to earn. We cannot guarantee financial success. Success with OPTAVIA results from successful sales efforts which require hard work, diligence, skill, persistence, competence, and leadership. OPTAVIA acknowledges that this audio may be accessible to OPTAVIA coaches in the U.S., Hong Kong, and Singapore. For OPTAVIA coaches operating in the U.S., please see the OPTAVIA Income Disclosure Statement for statistics on actual earnings of U.S. coaches under the U.S. Compensation Plan. Please note that the Income Disclosure Statement only applies to independent OPTAVIA coaches operating in the U.S. under the U.S. Compensation Plan and does not in any way constitute any representations as to actual or potential accrual of benefits for Hong Kong or Singapore coaches under the International Compensation Plan.